Hey everyone, welcome to the start of this week's reading and writing vlog. If you watched all the way to the end of last week's vlog, then you know that I was getting ready to go to a work event, an employee appreciation event at the country club I work at, which I was nervous about because no one else from childcare was going, and other than my immediate bosses, I don't know anybody else that works at the club. However, there was an open bar and this really good buffet food. They had this roast beef that was to die for. It like melted in your mouth. I had several plates full of it. It was so good. And then the like real fun thing is that they had these gambling tables, these blackjack tables, and after an hour and a half, every 10,000 chips got you a raffle ticket, and they had like 25 different raffle prizes for like Target gift cards and movies and Starbucks and air flight credits. Like they had a whole slew of things that you could choose from. And just my luck, my big boss, the like big kahuna, the general manager of the country club, and his wife sat at my table. And so I got to play with them all night, and it was really, really fun, and it's such a good time. And two of the prizes, they had two mystery boxes wrapped up, looked identical, and one of them had what my boss described as the best prize of the night, and the other one had nothing. And so I put the vast majority of my tickets into the mystery boxes, and they were the last ones to be called out. All the other prizes got called out first, and I was one chosen. So then me and the other guy had to go up in front of everybody because we have the boxes, and we're like shaking them and negotiating whether we want to exchange the boxes, which we didn't. I kept my box that I originally got, and I was the winner. So I got like ground floor tickets to the like big hockey team that's in Columbus, and a $50 Visa gift card. So it ended up being a very, very, very fun night. As I also mentioned in last week's vlog, in case you haven't watched before, my workplace during the month of January is a little wacky. We're only officially open 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'm the only person that's supposed to be working those days. However, I am taking PTO for those 3 days, so another one of my coworkers can work and try to get some hours in. I'm definitely looking forward to not having to go in all those days. Obviously, still fun, still a good time. I love my job, but I have so much that I want to do writing-wise and video-wise. So I think I'm going to work on my query. I'm then going to film a video that I'm a little bit, I don't want to say nervous about. It's just a little bit different than a typical video that I do. My main thing with these videos is that I don't want to be too unprepared, that I end up rambling and having to refilm, and it's a pain to edit, and then I end up scrapping the whole thing. I've done that a few times, and I don't want this to be the case. I want to get a bunch of videos stored up. As for, oh my goodness, reading, I am about 150 pages into King of Scars. So Nina's storyline is sad and depressing, and even though I loved her a lot in Six of Crows, not my favorite this time around, although there's been a bit of a turning point where I think things are going to get more interesting. But Nina herself is just so sad and so depressing. It's like, ugh. And I mean, I don't want to spoil Six of Crows for anybody, so I don't want to get into any specifics, but if you've read the whole duology, then you know that something happens to a particular character that Nina is involved with, and it makes me so mad because it was my favorite part of the Six of Crows duology, and it's like, oh, now I get to see the ramifications of that decision, and I hate it. It just reminds me how much I did not like what happened in the duology. However, there is a character in the Grisha trilogy. The character hasn't necessarily come back, but his essence has, and I love him so much. There are like all these monks that are like devoted to him, And I think you're supposed to feel that these people are crazy and obnoxious, and I'm just like, yeah, I love him. I'm a monk for him. He's the best. He was my favorite part of the Grisha trilogy. My goal for this week is to finish King of Scars. So I think I'm making decent progress. I would like to read another 50 pages, round it out to 200 by the end of the day. We'll always see what happens. I have to work on some writing stuff right now, and like I said, I think I'm going to film a video. I should, because it's so nice out. I should. Hold me to it. So this is my favorite thread on Reddit, which is reddit-r-pup tips. But you can post your query and get critiques on it. I got some pretty helpful feedback, and now that I have completely revised it, I'm excited to go post my new and improved version and just see what the responses. So I officially posted my revised query, and now all I can do is wait for any responses, but I am starving. So I'm going to cook me up a ribeye, possibly take the dogs on another walk, although I feel like maybe I should film while it's still sunny out. I need to check my to-do list. All right. So I've cleaned, queried, vlogged. So I have some chapter revisions and a video to film. Okay, I'm gonna eat first and then I'll decide how to proceed. Hi. Hi, Veorra. How are you, baby girl? You look beautiful. Yukon. Hi, I love you. I know, you want my steak too. No steak for you. You're so cute. Hi friends, it's almost 8 o'clock and I'm wearing a scarf. Oh my gosh, I look like such an old lady. I took my dogs on a walk, so I'm like super bundled because it is cold outside. I ended up not filming a video today, and I'm about to finally get to working on my first chapter, but I did already get feedback on my query letter that I posted in the Pub Tips forum. I don't think 400 words have ever given me more strife in my life, because just when I thought that I kind of figured this query letter out, you know, it does good to have complete strangers look at your work and raise some questions, especially when they're questions that you don't want them to ask. And it's like, okay, I need to clarify this, I need to do that. But because of that feedback, I got really excited and just started working on my query some more. And now I'm like, man, I feel like this one has to be it. I feel like I checked all the boxes, went through all the various types of criticism from even different query letter variations, and I think I have something that's really good. I don't think I can post this new variation of the query until another week from now, which is fine, gives me time to ruminate on it and look at it again and see if it needs any more adjusting. I might send it to my editing friend, might have another friend look at it. Queries are so hard, but I want to work on my first chapter, and depending on how long that takes, I would like to also start writing what's going to be a revised chapter 2, a newly written chapter 2, because my previous chapter 2 no longer works now that I've gotten rid of the prologue. But I have a habit of underestimating how much time these things take. I mean, it's already kind of late, so I might just get too tired and not make it to my chapter 2. And I also want to make sure that I have everything in place. I'm going to be filming what I didn't get to filming today, which is retaking Jordan Peterson's Big 5 personality quiz 2 years later, which I think will be really fun, but I just want to make sure that everything is just ready to go so I can just hop into filming tomorrow, hopefully bright and early if I don't stay up too late. As much as I have enjoyed January and not working particularly strenuously, it has messed with my sleep schedule, and I'm not as much of an early bird as I used to be, but I'm gonna try to get back into that habit because, I mean, January is gonna end here pretty soon and I don't wanna be completely fucked over next month. But anyway, I gotta get to writing. Hey guys, happy Tuesday. So I am just about ready to film. I still have to kind of set up my filming station, get my camera ready, make sure all the angles and whatnot is good. That's why I'm all dolled up right now. But it's also Taco Tuesday, so I'm going to be going out later, so might as well, you know, kill two birds with one stone, as they say. I'd like to film 2 videos and start working on my chapter 2. I can't remember if I updated you guys last night, but I did entirely revise my chapter 1. After looking at it, I was like, wow, that was quite a rough version that I sent off to my friend, which is fine. Didn't want to super polish it and then just have to completely rewrite it. But since the gist of it, for the most part, she gave a thumbs up to, I was like, okay, and really buckled down and went line by line, make it sound a little nicer. Added some things, took away some things. So overall, I feel extremely good about my chapter 1. And oh, I revised my query too. I just couldn't stop working on it. And now I think it's really good. Need some feedback still. Gonna wait a few days before I throw it on Pub Tips, but otherwise I think things are going really well, but we'll see how this chapter 2 treats me.
It's crazy how everyone lives up like Top Gun. It's you and it's a cloudy night to smoke one. How things happen when you move to the city. When you're with me, oh, how you feel me. Oh, things happen when you call me pretty. When you're with me, oh, how you feel.
Oh my gosh, my throat hurts. So unfortunately, I'm kind of mad at myself. That video was nuts. I'm glad I recognized halfway through that it's like, I'm gonna have to turn this into a 2-parter. I did not realize how ridiculously long that chapter was. That took about an hour and a half to film, which is so crazy long for me. That's gonna be a little bit of a bitch to edit. But that's okay. That's why I'm filming these videos now, so they're projects that I can work on for the next few months. Like, I don't have to turn it out right away. Still, it was a lot of work, but I liked the way that it looked in my viewfinder. I think, let me show you. Pulling my setup and my camera up so close to my bookshelves look really nice. So you guys will have to let me know if you watch those videos how they look. So after speaking with my friends, one of them is actually going to pick me up, and we're gonna meet up more around 6 rather than 5, which is fine by me, and I just love the fact that I'm not driving. I was feeling a bit of an afternoon slump after eating, so I went and took the puppies on a nice brisk walk. Well, it was not brisk in the sense it was short. It was not short. It was like half an hour, but it was cold, but felt good because the sun was out. I'm feeling much more rejuvenated, although I did make myself some black tea along with the throat coat that I was drinking, just to make sure, because I am going to be doing stuff later that I want to be awake for. But since I have a little bit longer than I originally thought I did today, I'm going to work on my chapter 2, and we'll just go from there. I don't know how long I'm gonna work on that, but I have about an hour and a half before I even have to start getting ready for this thing. So let's get to writing. Oh my goodness, I totally watched Mulan last night and it was amazing. It's one of the best, guys. Bye. You got. Veorra. Oh, my friend is here, so I need to get going. Hopefully this dress doesn't look too witchy chic. Hi guys, so I didn't really film anything today because I had a really fun time last night and I'm sort of recovering from it. Nothing crazy, but I just did not feel like being on camera today. However, I did want to show you some of the things that I've been working on. So I'm listening to an episode from I, Ryder Leigh, this being the pros and cons of traditional publishing. I just started it, so I'm really excited for her to get into that. I think that's a really fascinating topic. Then if you're on Instagram, let me show you. When you're on Instagram, you can sometimes categorize some of the posts that you put in your story. So I have little icons for it that I've been unhappy with for a while. They don't really, I don't want to say my brand, but with the vibe that I'm trying to portray. So I've been wanting to change those for a while and nothing crazy, but these are what I'm going to be using instead. And then I have already edited and downloaded a new video that I will put up tomorrow. I just need to make a thumbnail for it and then it will be good to go. And I am so close to being halfway through King of Scars, but I'm going to aggressively try to read it tonight. So no sit down filming today. I am going to film that JP video sometime this week. I think tomorrow, but like I said, I really want to work on King of Scars because we're going to have a game night and I have some work stuff to do on Saturday. And I obviously need to get some writing done. I am slowly but surely working my way through rewriting chapter 2. That's what I'm going to work on once I get those new Instagram icons thrown up. And then I need to walk these puppies soon. Oh, I know. Happy Thursday, everyone. So today is going to be kind of a weird vlog. Probably not on your end, but on my end, because while I'm simultaneously vlogging today's video, I'm also with this camera filming an ideal writing day or an ideal work from home day. I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to title it, so it's going to be like a crossover of footage that I'm going to use for both things. Probably. I don't know, it's going to be goofy. But anyway, so I got up early today. I just did some yoga, obviously got ready. I'm gonna take the puppies on a walk, and then I need to upload the video that I edited yesterday. I need to do some reading, I need to do some writing, and I would like to film at least one more sit-down video. So jam-packed of stuff to do today. So I gotta go walk the puppies because I can hear Yukon whining in the backyard, which I think people might be like, oh, he doesn't want to be outside. He wants to be outside. He just very specifically wants me to be walking him outside. They're so obnoxious. Hi. Hi, how are you? What's up? Are we going on a walk? Alright, so I uploaded my video, so if you have read Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, or if you have interest in reading it, make sure to check out the review that I just posted. It's less than 8 minutes long, so nice and quick. But I am about to, I can barely hold it, read more of King of Scars. I am on chapter 12, just about to hit the 200-page mark, so I need to like really get going if I want to finish this book by the end of this weekend. I'll give myself till Monday because I have a hefty romance TBR for February that I want to get through. And if I can get through this book at a reasonable rate, then I only have one more book to read to finish out my January TBR. So that is a goal of mine. And I try to do it earlier in the day because although I like to read before going to bed, that's when I'm tired. I usually can only maybe do a chapter, maybe. And there's just no guarantee I even get around to it. Yeah, sorry I'm always in this like pink grandma sweater, but I get cold. My house is very drafty. But once that's done, I'm going to finally get to filming my JP video. I don't think that will take super long, and then I do need to head up to the center. It's been so long since I've been there. It feels weird not going in all the time. I feel like I'm always there. PTO is kind of fun, but I do want to go up there and then of course work on my writing. I do want to dedicate a solid 3 hours to just writing and nothing else. All right, so I finally filmed my JP video, which I am really excited to get out there. Keep a lookout for it. I think it was really fun. I just got back from walking the puppies, which is why I'm so bundled up, but I'm actually going to head out to the childcare center so I can get some writing done and some work done, yada yada. So I made it to the center. I just made myself some throat coat and about to get to writing. So I gotta like shut everything off, turn the Forest app on. And then I think I have to do some grocery shopping afterwards. I wanted to go ahead and make my D&D character sheet or level up my D&D character. I'm not even sure we'll be able to play next weekend, but eventually we will be playing. And when we do, we will be leveling up. So I just want to have that taken care of. And I think tomorrow too, because I still have an excess of hard liquor at my house and Jello from my Halloween party. So I think I'm gonna make another batch of Jello shots for my friends that are coming over to play games this weekend. Yeah, I think it's gonna, I'm really looking forward to it, but I have the most fun with my crazy weekends when I get a lot of work done. So that is what I am here to do. That is what we are going to do. So bye. It is past 7 o'clock. I did not mean to stay here as late as I did, but I'm almost done with chapter 2. I think I just need to, I'm trying to find decent lighting. I think I just need to look it over, read it over again with fresh eyes, and then hopefully not need to make any more changes so I can just send it off to my friend for feedback this weekend. I'm really trying to push through these rewrites as quickly as possible, so let's hope for the best. Okay, hi everyone, happy Friday. Sorry I have been so terrible about vlogging lately. Yesterday I was hyper productive. I got a ton of stuff done and I didn't set an alarm for this morning, and I was so sure that I would wake up at a reasonable time, and I still think I would have, except Yukon, poor thing, threw up a ton in my room last night. So I had to get that taken care of, and then I had trouble falling asleep after that, and so I ended up sleeping in later than I definitely would have liked to. I had some work things to take care of, but I did finish revising and re-editing my new chapter 2. So this is, like I've mentioned before, but just in case I haven't, my whole first third of my book, and potentially the rest of my book, but definitely the first third, needs a complete rewrite because I no longer have a prologue when before I did. So a lot of information that could have been assumed no longer can be, and I just wanted to start the book off in a little bit of a different place with a different vibe. And so I rewrote that and sent that off this afternoon to my little editor friend, who got back to me on my latest revised query that I worked on earlier this week. So she said, the query is great, my comp titles are a wreck, and they have always been a wreck, and I swear to God I have sent her different comp titles every single time I've sent a query to her. They've been so radically different. And so she says that I should lean in to the YA aspect. I truly believe that if new adult was a actual category in the book world, that is more or less where my book would lie, because although the protagonist is young-ish, he's 17, there's a little bit more maturity to, at least I believe so, to the world building and writing style. But she says that from the query, a young adult aspect that I should lean into, and so all my comp titles should be YA. Comp titles are always difficult. In case you don't know, those are comparison books. Ooh, sorry, it got so dark all of a sudden. Okay, I just had to move to the opposite end of my house. Oh, and it's a lot more echoey. Sorry about that. In the query letter, you generally want to include 2 to 3 titles. They don't exclusively have to be books. Sometimes, depending on what you're writing, they can also be like a TV show or movie, but generally books that your book would kind of sit next to in a bookstore. You want to do this because you want to let the literary agent know that you know the market and you know the market currently, so you don't want to choose titles that are more than like 2 to 4 years old, and that you understand your book. Like I've said, have always struggled with this because while I know that there are YA aspects of my book, I've never quite felt comfortable categorizing it exclusively as YA, but to sell it commercially, I think that might be something that I have to lean into. So anyway, that's just something that I have to look at. And I am all dressed up because my friend is picking me up and we're going to go out for dinner. And then once I get home, I don't know. I'm so busy tomorrow because I have to go to the center, do some deep cleaning, possibly meet up with my friends at the mall, and I have a ton of friends coming over for game night, and I'm gonna have food. I have to make Jell-O shots tonight. So I'm super excited, but I just want to make sure that I'm caught up. Like I need to start editing this current vlog so I can upload it by Sunday, and just things like that where I'm like, ooh, I wanna make sure all my ducks are in a row. I will try to check back in with you guys later tonight, and tomorrow I think will be a very, very, very fun day. I hate the rain because now I got wet, stinky puppies. So stinky! You're so cute! Oh, I love you.
We'll keep that front knee stacked over the front ankle. Draw the right elbow to the top of the right thigh, and we begin to press into the outer edge of the left foot. So extended side angle, drawing energy up through the arch, really charging through the left leg, and then notice how just naturally, like, I'm kind of going in a Quasimodo shape here, totally normal, and then we get so tight because we're on our phones and computers, that then we try to come into this pose and it looks like this. So.
All right, good morning. Happy Saturday, everyone. I am up and ready much earlier today than yesterday, that's for sure. It's about 8 o'clock right now, and I have to head to the center because I'm meeting up with some other employees to do some deep cleaning, and then I'm gonna come home and film a video, upload the footage of this vlog I was hoping to get to last night, but by the time I got home and made those jello shots, it was like I need to get ready for bed because I know I was getting up early this morning. So I need to at least start working on this vlog and clean the house before everyone comes over. I think we're gonna end up with a decent crowd tonight. And it's been raining, so I also want to make sure this place doesn't entirely smell like wet dog. On top of getting ready, I'm just super comfy and casual since I'm going to be like cleaning and working with bleach. I'm not too far from reaching the part 2 halfway point in King of Scars. I know I'm going to be staying up late tonight. I know I'm going to be drinking tonight. So I'm giving myself permission, other than posting this vlog, to just read King of Scars. That is my only real goal. Of course, if my friend gets back to me with any chapter 2 information, then that, you know, I might work on that a little bit, but for the most part I just want to read King of Scars. I really need to get that done and finished with so I can hopefully zoom through the indie romance dragon book that the author sent to me. I really want to try to get through that before I hit February, just because I have so much to read in February. I'm gonna be filming my February TBR list today, and it's all going to be romances, so I'm like really looking forward to it. But yeah, I have a lot to do today. All right guys, so I made it back from deep cleaning at the child care center, but now I'm getting ready to deep clean the house. So I already walked the puppies. I have some things in the laundry. Oh, that's my tea. But now I want to just take care of the dining room, living room, bathroom, fold some laundry, and then start to get super duper ready for tonight. And then if I'm planning all of this out correctly, I'll still be able to film a video because I really want to get that done today. So let's get going. All right, so I just got done filming my February TBR reading list, which is why I'm covered in pink and a little blushed up right now. I just love dressing for a theme. Themes and parties and holidays, they're just my jam. Anyway, I believe my friends will be over soon, which is super exciting. We are mostly planning on playing the game Villainous, which involves all the Disney villains, and it's such a cool game. I keep wanting to film a video about that, about the new games that I've been playing lately, and that's going to be one of the top ones. It is so fun, and I've never played this game with such a big group before. The most I've played with is 3, and tonight we're gonna have 5 or 6, so that's gonna be so cool. Hopefully. I don't know, I made a bunch of jello shots, so everybody should be enjoying themselves no matter what. Ooh, I need to get this footage off of this camera and just start to get it prepared now that I think about it. Oh, but my secret editor friend did get back to me with my chapter 2. I am so happy that she has been such a help to me for free. Like, I don't think she understands what her feedback is worth. And yeah, I owe her a lot. So she said the content, the tone, the pacing was all really good. Most of her feedback had to do on like a line to line level, like on an actual writing level, which to me, I'm like, okay, that's fine. The content of it is way harder to pin down. And if the writing itself needs to be pumped up a little bit, it's like, okay, tell me that so I know to go through, work on that going forward, and also just going back to my previous chapters and making sure that those flaws aren't in there either, and just try to make it as best as it can possibly be before I start querying agents. And again, I would like to start querying them in March. I'm not sure if that's going to be possible at the rate I'm going at. Maybe, we'll see. I might be able to pull it off. So I'm gonna be having this game night tonight, taking it easy tomorrow, mainly working on getting this video up and loaded, and then just spending a lot of my days reading King of Scars. I really wanted to finish that this weekend. I'm not sure that's gonna happen, but if I could finish that the first half of this week, the next book that I want to read, which is the one the indie author sent me, The Secret Life of Arch Innis, seems like a pretty speedy read. So it's just like the sooner I get through these books, and I just want to be on track with my reading. I don't want to sound like I'm rushing through these books and that these books are a burden or anything. It's just that I want to get better at reading more books and reading them faster so I can get through more books, because there's so many stories out there that I want to read and absorb, and I find that the more I read, the better my writing is in general too. But yeah, that's where I'm at, and I'm excited to have a fun game night.